Hmm.
Hey, there's all my magic items.
All right. Welcome. Ah, y'all. Today we are in Isrila once more. How's Isrila? And the fun that it all begins, where it all began this campaign, where we feel like we've been from, but have just kind of globe hopped all around for a little bit. But we are back there previously on Monday night. We have been um, going around the world of Exandria, and were recently in Teldore, where there seemed to be the rise of something large and foreboding coming from beneath the Rife-and-Mist jungle. At the same time, this was being spurred on by the Iron Authority, and our crew got a little peek inside of this. And while the hearts were broken, they realized that there were other things they wished to take care of, and they took care of the major issue that they saw in front. They wanted to free an entire populace, entire generation from inside, but were able to get about a quarter of it out in their first foray. Dealing with a few setbacks and the realization they might need to rethink some strategies and come in with bigger plans, they found a safe haven for those that they had rescued, namely in the frozen lands north and some within the walls of Singorin itself. And thus we ended with a portal being opened and a friend saying goodbye. Dewdrop went onto his own thoughts and decided to stay a bit on the home that he had built with his own hands back at Talen's closet, while he allowed the rest to go forward without him back to Syrah, back to where they last were before he opened a portal in a tree to get back here. In fact, he sent them back to the tree itself, to the land, to the home of the Druid clan that had housed them a few months ago. It is with that that we will be jumping right in. So, remember, you can spend those sweet, sweet channel points and help out these people. And it is fun times indeed when you do. So, we are going to get started. So, the trees are frozen, for the winter season is officially upon the continent of Asira. The already cold and northern place now even colder and a bit more foreboding. Those that live here know that this is the time when the true monstrosities the things that are dark and what most would describe as evil begin to come out and seek flesh and blood and meat. For the other 3 months, things are calm. Relatively for Asura, at least. It is the true dangers that only winter brings, the things that sleep the rest of the year that awaken because of the scarcity or the cold or because of the poetic justice. No one can say. As we hover among here, we can see on fresh white snow villages that were doing well, some burned, others red with the blood of those who lived there but a week ago. And around these, we see trees, branches sharpened, ice formed to be claws and swords that stand around a large, enormous tree. And the last time we saw the druids here, they were mostly easygoing. But right now, all of them are at full alert. Day and night, we see them on guard against the terrors of winter. And thusly, it is to great alarm when the tree in which they make their home suddenly opens. Not being prepared or warned in any way, the creaking tree opens wide. To this noise is a woman. Doesn't look like she quite belongs, a bit more well-dressed than she needs to be, likely. As she runs quickly to see what comes forth. And as she looks into a paradise, sees a number of figures come through. So, everyone, would you please describe your characters to this woman? And what you think it looks like as they come through into the scene of the tree.
First one through the tree would probably be Critters, and you will see a black feathered Kinku with wearing a very scholarly looking robe and a hood on it, and he carries a backpack that has his bow on it when he's not using it, and a very ornate looking scimitar on his side. As he dashes through the tree, a swarm follows him and just follows him to the backpack and hovers nearby. And he'll poke his head. Notice the first person that's there staring at him.
The rest of you?
I feel Goodnight would be second. He would come through not knowing if danger, and being Goodnight, he'd come through with sword in hand. You see a dwarf with the black armor, a flowing black cloak that seems to be made of shadows, that it seems to be flowing even without any wind. And in his left hand you see a shield that is more of a kite shield, but it has it's black with a outline of a platinum dragon on it as he walks through and just stares at you, kind of silently, broodingly looking, assessing whether you're friend or foe.
Next, you'll see come sliding through a half-elf gentleman with a stringed instrument across his back, cloak, very nice leather armor, and he runs right in the back of Goodnight. Whoa, what's this? Hold up. As Marvelous walks through.
Shaking the hands of a furbolg that's staying behind, is kind of pale-looking Eladrin. Purple hair, lavender more like it, tied back loosely. Steps through this tree. His eyes are a different color. One is blackened out completely. The other one is of blue iris. A rune on a side of his head that has some growth growing around it that kind of changes the skin, almost the reptilian look around his ear and his neck and part of his jaw. Wearing some makeshift cloak of various pelts from vermin and other insects, and he's carrying around a shield and this kind of wooden rod with ornate druidic symbols on it. And his face before he on the other side of this tree where they just left is kind of sad, and having just saying goodbye to somebody. Once he walks in, his expression doesn't change quite drastically. He kind of just takes in the new surroundings and just kind of snickers, just looks a little more intimidating, more like this isn't someplace new. He's not familiar with it, and he just kind of just puts himself against the wall and just waits for everybody to do something. And quickly behind him is a small goblin child that he kind of just is like hiding behind Azok's cloak.
Shauna comes out last because she wouldn't follow the child out. She's learned her lesson, so she would wait for Mother Esme to go through. But as you see Shauna coming out, you'll see a slender female elf, about 5'6". She has giant antlers on her head, just very slender dress. Hair's all gray. Used to look maybe silver, but it's taken on this grayish form. And then you start noticing her skin, and it has this almost like mushroomy texture to it. And you start seeing mycelium growing through her horns and down her strands of hair. And you'll see on her fingertips that there are none. There's just little pieces of mycelium growing out of it. And her eyes are just pure white with a little like haze inside of them. And you'll notice as she walks, that even the snow might melt, because I don't know, snow's alive, it's water, so I might leave a death trail of water behind me. But yes.
You would see a black suit of armor made of dragon scales and a helmet of blue and white shaped similarly to a dragon. And as this suit of armor steps out, it immediately begins to recede and just vanish within to reveal a young, blue-skinned tiefling dressed in religious vestments. Her hair is dark and curled and begins to flow out from the veil on her head. There are some ornate jewelry upon her, but it's clear that it has some type of religious connotation. And a symbol that she wears around her neck you would not recognize. It has the same types of bearings and inscriptions that one might see from a religious pendant, but not from any you have seen. Her eyes are red, and the overall feeling, I would say, you get from this individual is that she is tired and that she is perhaps not as welcoming as she might have been once before in another time.
And Charlie stands before you in a fancy red dress, but draped over her shoulders is a white fur coat, very Cruella de Vil-ish, but not made from puppies. Don't worry. And she perks up with a smile as you walk through, and she recognizes you from your descriptions. Wonderful, she says. I've been fortunate. I've been tasked to find you, and here you are finding me. Vanessa sent me. And it's obvious that you're the ones that she was describing to me. Especially you, she says, pointing to Shauna. You do like to stick out. Those are gorgeous horns. She's wondering where you've been, friends, and sent me to find out. My name is Charlotte Dubois, but my friends call me Charlie.
Oh, thank you, and I'm sure she is wondering where we've been.
Yes, you put her through quite a lot of trouble. She stuck her neck out for you and wasn't super pleased to hear from, the temple and from, I believe, your father, she says, pointing to Goodnight. Apparently others have had contact, but you couldn't be bothered. And it's okay. She sent me to babysit.
Well, how's my father doing now that you mentioned him?
Well, that's a really good question. As terrifying as ever. I'm sure he misses you very much. And she chuckles.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna try and kill me when we see each other again, but...
Family. It's such a complicated thing, isn't it?
It can be.
So, what do I say to Vanessa? How has the progress been on hunting down that dragon?
The
Progressive.
dragon or the dragon, and he holds up like quotation.
Yes, the green dragon that you took a contract for. She just wants an update.
It's going along. We had a little bit of a detour. Spent a couple months in a library learning information about this dragon. As you can see, my friend over here who's wearing these masks, or you saw a glimpse of. We've studied dragons and we're getting along with it. How's things been on Asilra? We haven't been here in some time.
Charlie would love to give them an update on how things have been. What does that sound like, Matt?
Yeah. So Dana Sarah has been much of what they know. That it has become more divided along faction lines than it was. The unrest of some, particularly from the Temple of Bahamut, started it, and this kind of made a wide. So everything within the general ring, both Temple of Bahamut and of the Raven Queen, had to follow suit, as well as the Druids of the Great Tree. At the same level, this heightened scrutiny discovered an underground area of magic users who proclaim their magic came from deific sources, which generally goes against what everyone believes is true. And that group has remained hidden, though discovered, as much as possible. And so in certain places, depending on what temple and people use the most of, or is predominantly in an area, there are checks. And most people, well, actually any arcane magic use causes someone to be questioned after being brought in. The one area where that is not true at all is the area in which the Temple of Sarah and Ray and the Working Mothers make their home.
I think this is the first time Azok has heard any reference to a green dragon from this group, and Azok will like raise a hand to get Charlie's attention and be like, yeah, excuse me. Fairly new to this motley crew of misfits. Green dragon? Does this thing have a name? And no one's seen it since?
It's a great worm. Have you seen it?
I really didn't think that would be the same dragon.
So you've seen it.
Seen it. I saw it turn into a great worm.
Of course you did.
Nature really likes winding destiny and all that bullshit.
The gist of it is, friends, that things are complicated. And now's not the time for Vanessa to let contracts slide. There's no urgency, a deal's a deal, but she can't just let you out of it. It would diminish her in the eyes of people that matter to her. And so she sent me to secure that the contract passes. So I'll just be here to observe.
Well, since you've obviously been following our tracks, did she only tell you about that part of the contract?
Definitely only talk to you about the actual contract.
Okay. Oh, Vanessa doesn't spread people's business around. Don't worry.
Well, have you encountered any of these? And Shauna's going to pull out a collar.
No, I have not. It's not really my fashion. I prefer things a little bit more pretty than that. And Charlie traces her fingers around her gem necklace, her ruby necklace.
Well, I definitely hope this isn't your fashion. These kind of tend to make you smarter, but also allow somebody else to might be in control. We are not totally sure.
Magic that manipulates the mind. Oh, it's a terrible thing. Clearly, those in Vasselheim are right to ban such terrible arcane practices.
So, not to be rude, what do you do?
I report back. I'm mostly here just to watch, don't worry.
I mean,
I won't get in the way.
Again, not to be rude, but you're a beautiful young lady,
Oh, thank you.
we are in the middle of Isilra, and you don't seem to have bodyguards.
Yeah, I
Around.
have a way of people tend to leave me alone. Maybe it's the looks, but I do know a few magical spells of healing. Should an emergency arise.
Can Azok like walk around Charlie and just like sniff the air, see if he smells like a component pouch of any particular things that Shauna has like seen? Has he seen do stuff
Yeah,
like that?
Charlie has a simple purse with her. There's a nail file. There's a little mirror. I mean, there's nothing. I guarantee you, there's nothing that seems out of place.
Yeah.
there's
Go ahead and give
handkerchiefs.
me a perception check, definitely.
Cool. Can I get that with the advantage of using a sense of smell?
Yeah.
Awesome. 14.
14. Yeah, whatever Kellen's saying.
I mean, just a few mundane items. I do smell good, don't you think? It's a perfume of my own making. Well, I made the money, that purchased it.
I give her 4 days on the road. She won't last too long. No offense, darling, but you don't look like you can last on your own.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I have 6 strong and powerful escorts, don't I?
Who?
Well, you friends. It is a new term that Vanessa insisted upon. If you won't report back to her, she insists that I follow and report to her just to ensure that progress is made.
Vanessa
Don't worry,
never
I won't be in the
requested
way.
any report backs, and I'll happily speak to her myself. Now, in the meantime, we should go to visit the temple.
We're not near the temple, Mother. Matt, how far away are we from Vasselheim?
A lot.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
really far away.
I think we're 3 days worth of misty, or that gaseous form.
Yeah,
you are nearly on the other side of the continent.
Yeah, we're
You're-
farther
you're-
than 3
Sigrid
days.
Isra, go all the way west you can go and not hit water, and then like maybe an inch away from that.
Yeah, because I believe what we were last doing is heading to the bay. I forget what it's called, but the bay that's over there, because that's where the last known location of Mother Esme's mom was.
Yeah, you were about a day or two's journey from Esme's mom
Yeah.
All right.
when you left.
So we really need to get going.
Yes, I think it's about time we find her, don't you?
Indeed. If you're useful, Charlie, you're welcome to come along.
Thank you. I love making new friends.
Can I get a high five?
Of course. And Charlie will give Shauna a high five.
she
And
looks
wither
at
and die, probably, right?
That's what she looks at everyone. She hasn't died. I think we'll be okay.
Good.
Strong enough to have not died. Is the,
Yep.
thing.
So,
There are some people freaking out because part of their tree is dying.
Yep.
You know, they're
moving
home.
away.
Yeah, you're
how far? When do we need to rest? I don't remember when our last rest.
you had just taken you
Yeah.
woke up.
Okay, good. Let me mark that.
Yeah, I gotta check my spells real quick because I don't know what I packed. Oh, okay.
All right. So, shall we?
Let's go.
Let's.
Azok, can you make us into that gas thing Dewdrop did since he's not here around anymore?
Can we say that I had time to prepare this, knowing that Dewdrop wouldn't have? Dewdrop would have told us.
It's
that he would-
fine. It's
Okay,
It's fine.
thanks.
Charlie,
I don't need Firestorm.
Charlie, walk with me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd love to.
As a reminder, the map here is up on Word Anvil, so you
Yeah.
can follow along.
Where is that? That's Windwalker, right? Oh, that's 6. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I can't have that.
Yeah, so you just, if anyone's looking at the map, you are basically north of Pyra. But go ahead, Esme and Charlie.
Vanessa sent you, so therefore I already know that you know what you're doing. If you are seeking aid in battle, wounds, the like, stay close to me. I don't leave people behind. Now, we're about to do something that is very important. And as I don't know you yet, I would like to get to know you before we reach there.
Oh, of course. I don't know you either. Just a description from Vanessa and a task to stay with you and ensure the contract is filled. And if that means that there's a detour along the way to that, that's fine. That's expected.
Only
She
one.
knows.
And this would be a detour that she's already aware of. Those collars you saw earlier. We are seeking the person who we believe has been conscripted to make them. Those collars are being used right now to control a wide variety of creatures, including beasts, possibly giants, dragons. As you can imagine, that type of power in the hands of one person can lead to dire consequences. However, I want to stress this point and make it very clear. The person who has been conscripted, we are not going there to kill them. We are going there to save them.
Yeah, conscripted means forced. Is this someone that's important to you?
Very important. She is my mother.
Oh, Esme, that's terrible. I'll do everything I can to help.
Does she
Mother-
say it like that?
No, sincerely though.
Oh,
Like,
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, did she say it like that?
No, sorry. I don't know how to.
Fair
I'm
enough.
mad,
Fair enough.
Talking like doing my best.
You're good. You're good.
Okay. And she puts her hand on her heart when she says it, and she reaches out to put her hand on yours. I know the value of mothers, and to be separated from one, that's pain I feel. And she's being as sincere as she can.
Okay.
And if I can help you reunite with yours, I would be honored to do so.
In that case, you are more than welcome to join us. We have had many people join us. Some are... Well, thankfully, we haven't lost anyone to death. But some have come and gone. I also... Well... I suppose we'll stick to the task at hand.
Of course. And she moves her arm through and links with yours and say, well, then let's get going. and has a little skip in her step.
Have you ever been to Wildmount?
I have.
Do you know the deer?
The deer? Like the animal?
Yes.
Yes, I know. Yes, I know what deer are.
She turns around, looks at the others. See? There is a deer.
When
I'm
did we
too
ever say
busy
there
starting. Yeah, I'm too busy doing windwalk spell work. Give me a minute. All right. Spell slot is spent. We are now vapor.
Okay. After the conversation.
After
You're
conversation.
vapor.
Yeah.
What about the man with the clock? Sorry.
Okay. Anything else for the conversation?
Esme will just pick Charlie's brain on details of Wildmount, but Charlie, it's not going to be hard for you to figure out that Esme's understanding of Wildmount is that it is a convent in a meadow. So all of her questions are like, do you know where the carrots are?
Okay, Charlie's convinced that Esme is powerful and lacking in some ways, and that's okay. We all have different gifts, and we'll describe and just play along with the game. Oh yes, carrots. They're delicious. They're good for your eyes. Did you know that?
Oh, I do. I'll have to make you some.
Okay. With that, the mist comes around all of you, and you are all vapor as you speed off upon the winds along. And you, in only about a few hours, way before the spell is close to running out, you, I guess, Azak leading, I'm assuming.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard for me to lead when I have no idea where we're going.
None of us do. It's okay.
Who's leading?
I think we were planning on Dewdrop leading, is that right? Or
I will lead.
there you go.
Man, afraid.
All right, Shauna, you come to the shoreline. Do you keep pressing in the same direction?
Yes.
Awesome. Make a survival check.
Wait, why am I not leading? I'm good at surviil.
You didn't have
I asked.
I didn't know that was
foreseen
a
this.
survival check.
I thought it was a logistical thing that, like, okay.
I have foreseen this today. I have an 18 for a portent, so my survival is a 2. That's a dirty 20. Don't worry, I know where we're going today, everybody.
Oh, okay.
The moon told me.
Okay. In that case, with a dirty 20, you can have... Yeah. I would say this is your choice. You can become physical 50 miles away from a South Island, a North Island, or you can turn back and waste the travel you did and get back to the shore.
We can't talk.
Nope.
Shauna is going to... So we're just below water, or is there land below us?
Oh no, you're over water. When you land, when you go, you will materialize in water.
Okay. But we could make it back to land, though, right? Before we materialize? Or will...
Yeah, we have plenty of hours.
You could come. Basically, you've spent about 3 hours from when you left the shore. You can turn back and go back 3 hours the way you came, and therefore get back to the shore.
Well, I think at this point, Shauna's gonna... It only takes a minute to reform and gas and stuff, so Shauna's just gonna go down, fly down to the water, and get everyone's opinion of if we were head back or
So we just appear in the water? Is that right?
Yeah.
that's what Sean's doing.
Okay,
She's
awesome.
going swimming
So all
So-
the fish are dead.
in 5 feet of me.
Yeah, fish are just popping up around you.
So you see Shauna reform, so all of you can choose to reform
Yeah, I will.
and have the conversation, and then you can choose to form back into gas and go.
Yeah.
Critters is gonna pull a patch off his robe, and a rowboat appears.
Charlie
So
will
he's hopping into the
reform.
rowboat. He doesn't like him being swimming and all wet, so he's. You'll see him hop in the boat and just start trying to dry off as best he can.
Yeah, Charlie will reform
It is a
on the
12-foot
boat
boat.
to stay dry.
Is this frigid water?
Shauna, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
+5.
+5 for the pally.
That is a 17.
Okay.
Thanks to good night.
Yeah.
Aslock
very
will
good.
wild shape into a seal.
Marvelous is in the boat.
Why would you? Why you can't talk? The point was so you could talk.
Okay.
Does anybody speak seal?
Critters will raise his hand.
Oh my god.
Critters is going to translate.
Yep.
So for 10, before we start talking, doing the discussion, that's when Critters is going to cast Speak with Animals.
What jeez, guys.
Wait,
The efficiency.
It's a
here is
ranger ability.
astounding.
I get it.
How
That's
is-
all.
how is this the same campaign from session 3?
How is it not?
I think this is more like back from 2 weeks. Every night it's gone.
Yes.
Has
yes,
gone
I
through
think you're
this.
right.
Every night, and then we get into it. It
Yeah.
has to take a little bit.
I mean, my vote said I honestly an island sounds good. We are probably the only people on this island, and it's easier to defend. You will basically know who's coming after us from the mainland,
Yes.
and we can also take a day to search this place. It's not that hard.
Should I send a sending to my mother?
We are trying to find her. I feel like that's logical.
Can someone else speak here so I don't sound rude? Please?
What do you mean?
Alright, so this person may very well be trying to kill us. Has proven that they want to, or we know that they're trying to control the Titan as of 4 months ago, so they may have completed that by now. And we want to, like, ring the doorbell or knock on the door and say, "Hi, we're coming. You have time to prepare to kill us."
Well, I mean, my
Just-
mother has actually warned us not to come.
I think that's kind of my point.
No, you don't understand. She cares. She doesn't want us to put ourselves in danger. There's no proof that links my mother to the mastermind behind all this. In fact, when Critter's mother told the story about hope and sorrow, it was pretty clear that my mother was trying to help people.
Did you hear the same story I did?
Yes. I mean, I admit that at first I thought she was saying I had a sister, but it makes more sense when I think of it as me being both people.
And the fact that she wanted to become a god herself, and the god sent people to take her out, and she killed every single champion that got sent that way, didn't bug you, Al?
No, that's not what happened. She came to realize that the deities were incapable of helping. I think of it as in my own time with Palor. His jealousy eventually became something I had to separate from. I feel like she probably experienced the same things. And I've only used my powers to help.
Before you two get into a little escalation, what I think is, good night, Mother Esme. We don't know if somebody has employed her to be making these collars, or using her past life, or maybe even the fact that her daughter is out here to make her do this. They could be threatening the fact that we will find your daughter and hurt her if you don't do this for us. So we can't just assume that she is the one behind it. She might have had past trauma, but maybe others have learned about that and is using that to their advantage to awaken a Titan. We just don't want to assume.
So really, I was just asking if we wanted to send it. We don't have to send anything. If we're trying to do this without putting her in danger, I totally understand.
Let me think real quick. And is swimming around a little bit, as I was gonna think, exactly what kind of people has your mother gotten, messed with? Then we don't know exactly where they're from, whether they're from other planes, or are they all from here? Who are these people? What does your mother do?
Whoever they are, they have access to that rare material that we found.
And they employed giants to help them build these collars.
Giants? Who?
Yes, and these collars, when we first encountered them, they were around a Hydra. They made the Hydra smarter than a normal typical Hydra would be. It was able to track us, lay a trap for us with another person, and wait for us till we came in and sprung. Now, these collars we have encountered on other creatures along our travels through the wilds.
Above. Go ahead.
Oh. No, you can go.
I was just going to ask above table. When we were in Westrun, did the menagerie tell us anything about collars?
They did. Well, they told Goodnight. But
Okay. I just didn't want to use knowledge that I might have that Esme doesn't have. So
Yeah, I definitely know Goodnight. So Goodnight, would you have shared any of that during the time?
he would have.
okay, so the menagerie we met in Westrun had encountered a tribe, or I don't know if they're called a tribe, but they were half Goliaths? Is that what they were?
Yes.
And they had. Now, the collars they had, did they sound familiar to the ones we've encountered?
I'm not sure. I think that's your judgment.
I'm only asking because they had told us that was connected to something called the League, right?
Yes.
So what if the League, whatever they are the ones who are behind that, behind everything?
Then I suggest we need to find your mother and ask her about this league.
It's either that or maybe they're buying them from the bigger person.
Well, let's try this. Matt, well, we can see this island from where we are in the middle of this body of water, right? Like, how big does this island look?
You can't see the island from here.
Oh, we can't see it from here. Okay. If I'm given enough time, I could try communing with the nature around this island and glean some info. If people are here, I can guide us in the general direction. Can also figure out if any other planes are aiding them, or at least have a presence here.
Can we get a ballpark of how far away the island is? Like miles and miles and miles?
What Shauna is able to tell you is that if you travel for the rest of the time the spell's up, that you can get 50 miles away from one of two islands. And you would be in the ocean.
Okay, so it's going to require the rest of the flying and using this boat to get to this island.
But the problem is we already took the boat off the patch. How are you gonna put the boat back on the patch? Can't really turn into a mist, carry a boat. I mean, maybe. I don't know if we can. Is that possible, Matt?
How many of us are there? I can't. If I wild shape, I don't think I can carry all of you.
So
We can leave the boat. I have 2 more patches.
I guess
boat?
we could.
Yes.
Oh,
I
God.
rolled 3 boats.
I hate to get wet.
This is the row from day 1, like starting item.
Oh yeah,
You
like
finally
Oh,
get
yeah,
to use
you
your
have 2
boats,
ropes, huh?
man.
critters. I had that thing
You almost-
for so
Looking
long.
at Critter's, I should have clarified. You looking at Critter's robe, you see countless holes with where patches were. I am down to I think last 5 patches on there.
Oh wow.
I would love to see you use all of your patches. That's amazing.
Yeah, I had one that was like 45 sessions. Finally got to use the silver ingot to kill a werewolf, and it was awesome.
Hell yeah.
I have the 2 more boat patches, a ladder, a patch with 2 mastiffs, and a horse and saddlebags.
Awesome.
Well, Azlok, between you and me, if we use your form and get 50, at least that 50 miles closer, you and me could be able to at least help get us a little closer with my polymorph in your wild shape.
Yeah, that works.
But the question is, which island do we go? The south or the north?
Oh, I mean, it's pretty cold here. I feel like getting south probably wouldn't make a difference, but you go farther south, it's a little bit warmer.
So that means we should go north, which would be the more dangerous of the two, which is where if I could control things, I would be. I mean, I think it sounds logic. How about you guys?
I can't argue with that, not gonna lie. All right, let's go north then.
Going to the North Island?
Yeah.
Very cool. Perfect. So. All right. So, y'all take your time to become mist once more, leaving a rowboat at Trift.
Yet another life taken by the seas.
Okay. And then let me see here. You continue rest of the day, and the visibility here is low. with the night. In fact, throughout this time, there is a thick, icy fog, and even could be just ice particles in the air here that limits your visibility to 1,000 feet.
Okay.
And soon you are able to, after a few hours, make the spell begins to wear off. And critters, I'm assuming you're doing your boat.
Rip out another patch of the boat.
Do the boat, and you all materialize on the boat amidst the bay, what is known, as you were told, as the Broken Bay of Ysera. What would you like to do?
You guys
Lovely.
know where you're going.
You see Critters shrug and put his hand up and wave it like middling. Like 50-50.
Well, we have an idea, a general idea, based on some things we've discovered. We've been narrowing down exactly where, and I think we're on the right track.
So your mother, you think, is on one of these islands?
I think she has to be. We did see her briefly, but I don't think we saw a lot around her. I didn't see her. Shauna did. But I have seen her because Shauna showed me what she looks like.
I'm sure she's beautiful, Mother Esme.
She is.
Well, then, boys, start rowing.
Yeah, have the men do the work. That's equal. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
I think Goodnight's already got like both oars in hand and just is kind of knows the crowd and is already just trying to row for everyone.
Critters is gonna look at the ocean surface and mainly towards the shore. Is there like anything he can see on the going towards the island at least?
So actually, you cannot see the island currently.
Yeah, we're still miles and miles and miles away, right?
50 miles.
Yep, 50 miles away on a rowboat. So,
This is going to take a while.
So Esme will send a quick sending using her sending stone to Rowan and just say, Rowan, I really wish you could be here. The view is stunning. I think we've almost found her.
you must be looking in the mirror. Good luck. Seriously, though. Be safe. Good luck. All right. So, I would say the first hour, good night. Go ahead and roll an athletics check, please.
Alright.
Start with DC 20.
Alright. I've got about a 50% chance at that. And that's a 25.
Very good. So, then Esme, Charlie, Shauna, Critters. Roll a d6.
Yay!
5.
2.
1.
4.
So, you pushing further and further in over the next few hours. In the 2 hours with Goodnight rowing, you feel like you've covered about 24 miles here. I do need Constitution saves, and you'll get Goodnight bonus for traveling more than 8 hours in the day.
Sure.
What's the bonus?
+5.
Plus 5.
21.
25.
23.
Natural 1.
Oh.
Natural 20.
Con saves.
Yeah.
12.
I'm sorry. I told you wrong. I forgot to add my con modifier. That's a 30 something.
Okay. So-
Dirty 20.
Cool. Critters and Shauna. You both are becoming. Actually, let's see. This would be because it's travel. You take a level of exhaustion on. Here. As you're pushing through. Just from between the wind moving around and now the rocking of the boats.
Is it the middle of the night then?
It's getting dark. It's not necessarily the middle of the night right now.
Okay. But it's getting darker.
Yeah. All right.
Well, with the last bit of light, before it gets dark, Charlie's gonna pull out a makeup brush with this fine stone handle and start touching up her foundation. And I'll use Subtle Spell. The stone is the material component, and I'm gonna cast Dark Vision on myself.
Okay. Very cool. All right. In case Esme, you begin seeing some of the ice here in the bay beside Goodnight pushing through. It's coming a little more breaknecky than usual. It's going up and down, and you see what looks like a series of spines with some type of skin or scales between come up out of the water and back in.
Okay. I'm going to tell everyone to I want to say to everyone, I think there might be something in the water, and I'm going to speak in Draconic and say, hello? My name is Esme. You know who I am.
Okay. You hear a sign. All of you hear a sound of what seems like a combination of the breaking of ice and the chewing of bone. Those who understand Draconic we hear. It's nice when I know the name of food.
I'll take that as a no. I am a friend of dragons. But if you do not wish to be friends, very well. And I will look at the others. This thing intends to eat us. Be prepared.
There's a dragon under the water?
Yes.
Tell me it's at least green.
I don't know. I think it was dark, but I have dark vision, but I can't discern color. So.
Okay. Good night. Can you row faster?
Do we have another vapor spell?
I can upcast. If I can cast at a higher level if we really need to.
I mean, we're on a boat.
It's
This is going to be bad.
Okay, hang on. Let me preface something here. It's a minute to cast.
Yeah.
Oh.
We have a minute.
I have a question. There's 7 of us on the boat. How heavy do you think this whole thing is, Matt?
There's 8, right?
Yes, yeah, 7.5 if you count the little goblin.
Hmm.
Or he's not a hobgoblin, he's a
He's
elf.
a hex blood. He's a hex.
Hex blood.
Yeah,
Hex blood. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a full-size creature. Yeah, so 8.
So we're probably over 1,000 pounds.
Oh, yeah, you guys are over 1,000, especially with Good Night on board.
Oh, I was gonna say yeah with Good Night. Yes.
Good Night's a
I was
big
gonna say
boy.
Critters with his bag breaks doesn't even break 200.
Good Night's a heavy armored pally.
Yeah.
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 Carrying a 75-pound box of destruction.
I'm apparently 69 pounds. I don't know how this works, but I am.
I got in my notes 325 pounds because this seems to keep coming up, so I added it up one day.
Are my rowboats.
Oh boy, that's not good.
One.
Our department's plotting. We better hurry, guys.
Last time I was at a rowboat, it was like Sunday night, and you might have been there, Kellen. I don't remember. Okay.
I can start casting.
I
the spell
do
again.
remember that fight. It did not go well.
Okay.
All right.
Before you start casting Azog,
Mhm.
Critters is gonna pull out pull that last patch of the other rowboat and say, split the party, try to get at least the Azog away from the
Okay.
combat.
So this is what I'll say. You guys planned a little bit before this. What you will hear, Esme, is give me great treasure if you wish to pass undigested.
Okay. He's seeking a great treasure. If we have something we can offer him, he'll let us pass.
So what I'll tell you is this would be a 10,000 gold equivalent.
That's all.
You better get that patch ready.
Will you take a vestment of divergence?
That would work.
I'm not
Yeah,
giving up
it
that.
Does
Damn.
it have to be an item worth at least 10,000 or
Cumulative.
Total
Let's go with the cumulative.
10,000. Well, I don't want to give him all my diamonds.
No, me neither.
because Good Knight does have a suit of armor valued rare, and he does have some gold on him too.
I don't even have close to enough gold to really donate.
Yeah, we haven't really been paid in a while, so we don't have a lot.
Do we even know exactly what it is? It's just a dragon?
We don't. Well, it speaks
Dragons
Draconic.
fly. Oh, it speaks Draconic. Okay.
That could be a number of things. I got.
Can I roll a check to see what? I mean, something that can speak Draconic that lives underwater, or
It could be a dragon.
okay.
Because
I didn't know
dragons
they
do that. There's also other things. There's so many things
There's
that would
so
fit
many
that
things
description
That's
it
not
wouldn't-
enough.
I mean, you can roll initiative.
Oh, that's
can
the
I-
wrong check.
Can I roll divine intervention?
I don't think it's been enough time, has it?
Oh,
Or did you? I forget. Have you made one yet?
have I made what?
You haven't made. Yeah. No, you've.
No.
Yeah. Sorry, it's the other campaign.
No, I've never made one.
So
I thought-
he's under the water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Mother's me. If you want to roll it,
I mean, I will. Why not?
What's she rolling it for? She's her own god.
To look up some things. Magic items.
Well, I know what I'm gonna do. Let her roll, but I know what I'm gonna
100. No, that is a big no.
do. The gods are not with us.
Okay. Azok will pull out his you've seen him wear it before, his hide armor of poison resistance is a rare item. I don't know how it probably goes up to half that, maybe like 500 or to 5,000 gold.
Yeah.
I'm willing, yeah. Like that's something.
And then Goodnight's got his rare armor as well that he can.
Having no fun.
Charlie, feeling nervous because she doesn't know what it is, will close her eyes and cast Arcane Eye below the boat.
Okay.
Nice.
I gotta go grab Charlie and put her in the right box.
I guess that hovers in the air. I would imagine it can go underwater.
Yeah. You see a long form, maybe 100 feet long,
Yeah, she
swirling around with large fins and scales and sharp teeth. You don't see any wings.
She passes this description along.
Roll for initiative.
Fuck.
That initiated. Oh, I guess I could see it. Okay.
Put an eye. Bloop.
Yep.
It's invisible, Ro.
Not if it can see.
None of us got blind.
Nat 1 on my initiative. There we go.
Nat 3 for 5.
Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to
Dragon,
start
have you guys
combat.
ever
I'll
run
take a nat
into
1 for
that
4.
can't see invisibility? Name me one dragon.
I don't know anything about the monster manuals, so this one,
No,
this
I'm
one
talking
can
this
see.
group inexperienced. When have you run into one that can?
Why I had my armor ready for department.
Either you're all bullshit.
Yay, aquatic creatures. Thank you.
It's not a shark.
It's not a shark. There you
No,
go.
those hurt. They hurt. I had
I
a
do, however, appreciate that your least favorite animal
All right.
saved your ass.
So here we go.
Yeah. That's purty.
So see, I've got all of these. Very good.
I don't know why, but I have Willy Wonka vibes looking at us on this little rowboat going through.
All right. Currently, it is underneath all of you, and you don't have let's see here. Yeah, it would be obscured from you currently.
Yeah.
So, Shauna, it is your turn.
Oh, yeah.
So can I tell Shannon, like, whatever it is, it's big and it's coming?
That's good to know. I will. Yeah, I'm going to cast Polymorph on myself and turn
And nope, out of here.
to Yeah, let's do it. I'm turning into a sperm whale.
Okay, I'll go get it.
Oh,
Also,
we're doing that.
had let Charlie in on the knowledge that if you are too close to Shauna, your potions will rot.
Oh. It's okay. I don't have any potions, but that would have been nice.
Oh, that's right. And you who do, because usually you keep a distance. You're not keeping.
Don't say that. No,
Yeah, because you're in a rowboat. Potions are dead.
guys, I had superiors in there.
All right. So that's Shauna in a sperm whale. It is now the creature's turn.
That boat is big enough. Atlas in the front and Shauna's in the back.
Yeah, if it's a 12-foot boat, I could sit in the very back or the very front.
Okay.
I keep those two apart because that's the theory of the group.
Azog technically has a little child escort with him also, so I have to technically stay away from him.
That's actually true. You got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
I don't have sperm whales, but I have orcas.
Okay.
That's not either.
You have the life cleric. You're going to be fine, guys.
Okay. From underneath and to the side, the ice begins to swirl around and then eject out into sharp pointed icicles that are serrated and spinning and rip through boats, flesh, armor, and blubber. I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Did you just knock the boat over?
+5 because of
Yeah,
Good night.
18. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah, +5 because of good night.
Okay.
Not for the sperm whale, but you know.
I got an 18 as a sperm whale.
It's an 18.
29.
Nice.
21.
Nice.
That's the other thing. Good night is always in the middle of the group.
16.
18.
Okay.
Do I have to roll for the little goblin boy?
No, I'm going to put him under protective custody.
You are a godsend. Thank you.
It's like when you have a child.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
I know.
Very cool. In that case, that was Critters got the 16?
Yes.
Critters, you will take 46 cold damage. And for everyone who saved, that will be 23 cold damage. Begin to freeze. And splinters move up on the sides of the boat. It is heavily damaged.
Good thing you threw out a secondary boat.
As it still is not visible beneath this boat. Because it's maintaining itself. Cricket.
Here. Marbella, stay in the damn boat.
Let's see.
Why is it so out of focus?
It's aiming on the wall. There we go.
Okay, I'll do it. I think it's a bonus action. Yes, I'm gonna do my Withering Tide and get my flying speed of 10 feet. As you see the swarm start to collect at my feet and make like somewhat of a disc, and I'll hover 10 feet above the boat. And immediately point out underneath the boat. Can I see the shadow of the creature at least?
No, there's no light out.
I have the dark vision 120 feet.
Right, but There's nothing to cast a shadow.
Okay. So you don't see a form in the water.
Correct.
All right, then I'll use the boat as a reference and do a fairy fire below and have my swarm kind of magically go into the water and light up underneath the boat. If it's right underneath, then it's 20 feet.
Okay. It goes not within 20 feet of the boat.
Alright. That will be my turn then.
Can I see where it is? Or the arcane eye can't see it? I need to pass a concentration check to see if I have that.
Yeah, pass the concentration check.
23, I think. Yeah, I saved, so I should have passed.
Yeah. So it is roughly 40 feet underneath the boat.
Okay. Yep. So I'm gonna point out where it is to everyone.
Yeah. And so vision period, because of the water, is 30 feet.
You're right. So that's as far as fairy fire could have reached.
It was, yeah, because they did 20 feet.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
yeah. Okay. Marvelous.
I will pull out a feather and strum the lute and fly up 40 feet in the air.
Okay. Ooh, we're getting high up here. Very good. All right.
Nobody's getting high up here. What are you talking about?
Oh.
It's a kids-friendly show. No, it's not.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. Mother Esme.
Matt, what kind of dragon is this?
For what?
Because I have certain abilities depending on what kind of dragon it is. Like, is it a blue dragon or a white dragon or a?
It is of the dragon family, but not necessarily.
Yeah, I think,
okay.
And I think your abilities are when they're friendly, unless I.
No, it's just in regards to blue dragons, it does specific things. That's the only reason I asked.
The color's what.
It's not a blue dragon.
Okay, that's all I need to know. All right. So what I'm going to do, I've got most everybody around me, so I'll go ahead and throw down a beacon of hope on us.
Nice.
And yeah, I think that's going. Actually, my bonus action, now that I think about it, my bonus action is going to be to restore the spell slot I just consumed.
Okay.
That'll be my full turn.
Got it. Hazak.
You're talking, nobody can hear you.
Okay. No one's attacked it full on, done any damage to it yet. I hope this works. Azok is gonna lean the poison armor on the boat, look at the goblin kid. He's like, "This was gonna be for you. I'm sorry," and he's just gonna drop it into the ocean and be like, "That's a start. Is this enough? Do we need more? We halfway through?" Just screaming at the ocean.
Yeah, it'll respond in common. When it's enough, I'll stop.
Good night. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Charlie.
Charlie's terrified. She will mumble some words of magic to herself, cast Blink on herself, and then quicken cast Mirror Image on herself. To try to survive. Is there another boat that we put down, critters?
Yep.
And then she will dive over to get onto the other boat that's not sinking. And
Okay.
do I roll to see if I...
Yeah, it's at the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Yeah.
What, do you roll at the end of your turn according to
Yeah,
this?
I roll at the end of my turn. Needs to be above an 11. That's a 15. I blink.
Okay, very good. And then, ooh.
Okay.
Good night. What was your initiative?
23.
Okay, I'm sorry. Apparently, I'd done something strange. I'll let you go right now. Good night. Go.
Alright. Good night. Can Good night see this well?
And see the what?
Well.
Cannot see the creature. Oh, you mean the spermware? I don't know. Probably Sean.
I'm not a sperm whale anymore. I failed my concentration.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Shauna, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Okay, good for now.
Well, because Good night's good night, he's going to shout, "Wish me luck," and dive into the water and start swimming down.
Good night. You are wearing God knows how much armor. You are not swimming. You are sinking.
What's your speed?
25.
25. Okay, so that means we'll call that 10 feet down.
He's swimming. He's sinking.
Can I now see it? Because you said 30 feet of vision.
Yes, you can just begin to see it.
Alright. Bonus action, Misty Step.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he's going to, as he appears, he's going to try and stab at it with disadvantage.
Okay, I guess the bribery thing's not happening.
Yeah, I guess not.
It's good night.
Hey, it struck first.
You're brave. I love it.
Brave, stupid.
That's a 18.
All right. 18 is going to hit.
Oh, thank God. All right. I rolled a 7, okay? I was scared. Alright. That's going to be 10 slashing and 7 radiant.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
It's not technically a dragon, but it's a dragon family. Dragons or dragon arrows hurt it the same as it would a dragon.
Yeah. Someone.
The velocity was so loud it just cut out.
Yeah.
One of you has a dragon.
It's all good. That was first attack.
And then second attack is a 19.
Oh, hit.
And then nope, want to save resources. That's really good. That's 15 slashing and 7 radiant.
Nice.
And then he will end his turn staring at it.
You got it. At the end of your turn, it's going to whip its tail at you. Ooh, very bad roll. That's going to miss. Charlie, it's your turn.
No, I just went.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Technically, I think.
Okay. Good night. It's your turn.
Because it skipped you the first time.
Because this is where you're supposed to go.
Good night. 1v1 this thing.
Look, he's not Marlboro.
But Goodnight would still try if he got the
Alright.
chance.
I just want to
he's
make sure I didn't
going
mess
to
anything else up. Did everyone get a chance to go?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nor is he Nightmare.
Okay.
He's going to go and attempt to swing at this thing. That's a dirty 20. Apparently, I just keep increasing 1 on my die each time I roll.
Very good.
We're good to go.
And I wasted a natural 20 because of disadvantage. Since I'm the only one that seems to currently be in range, he will go ahead and do a first level smite on this as well.
Okay.
That's gonna equate to 20 radiant damage, but only 8 slashing. I got 1 on the slashing die, sadly. And then I have 2 attacks. I know how to play D&D, and then he's going to swing again. Okay. I'm not going to complain there. That's 24 to hit.
That hits.
And yes, I am still rolling with disadvantage.
Okay.
Why is he rolling with disadvantage?
Because it's underwater.
Yeah, underwater.
Right. I apparently have forgotten how to play D&D.
That's 4 radiant and 10 slashing.
Nice.
And then he'll end its turn.
You got it. At the end of that turn, they will whip the tail around again.
And no,
Ooh, only for a 15 to hit. What are you asking?
it's good time. It's Goodnight's turn again, right?
It was.
Shada, it's your turn.
We all hold our action.
I am in the water. How far away is this creature from me? Can I see it?
You cannot see because I'm assuming you're right on top of the water.
Okay. So I will.
Right on top of the water or underneath the water? Because she was a scrumbly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will use my broom and fly a little bit under the water with it.
Yeah.
Magic, gotta love it. And then I point my finger at this dragon, and
Absolutely.
a little green ray comes at it. I've foreseen this. It got a 4.
Okay, it'll choose to succeed.
I figured. So
Well, that's at least one of
does
them.
not take anything in, huh? Nope.
Yeah, because it's save or suck on that, doesn't it?
Yep. Shauna
Yeah.
failed save. So Shauna will spend one of his legendary resistances.
Yeah.
And then with the rest of my movement, because I'm guessing that would have only. Well, the room has 50 feet, so is it still impeded by the water?
I think it would move at half. Yeah.
Okay, so 25. So it took me 10 feet to get down to see him.
I'll give the benefit there due to art department's point. So.
Thank
So
you.
then, I just wanted to take the rest of my movement, fly out of the water. After that,
So you're basically right on top of the water. You're out of it.
Yes.
But you're.
Yes.
Yeah.
exactly. I'm just floating on top of it. That'll be my turn.
Got it. Okay. I know what I'll do with that. And at the end of your turn, it's going to flip its tail at Goodnight again. Or a miss. All right. On its turn, it tries to wrap around you, Goodnight. For a miss. This thing's rolling awfully. Then it's going to go.
lawful. It's good night. Nothing hits good night.
Don't challenge the DM. It's gonna make
It's going to go ahead and try to do a bite. Man, another bad roll for a dirty 20. Does not hit. All right, it will take its movement and take the op attack from you. And it's going to move 60 feet underneath you.
Ooh, this thing's evil. Alright.
Creatures that run away from Goodnight.
You know it's bad, I shouldn't be surprised by now, but I still am. Well, at least I wasted the double nat ones on disadvantage instead of advantage.
Okay.
All right, we've got 3 boons from the Court of Dreams.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so then it is Critter's turn.
Nasty critters. Let me just put find another sand.
I'm gonna go up another 10 feet.
Well, then you're up with Marvel.
Seeing
Okay.
that, seeing all the flashes that Goodnight has done, seems like there's some good hits in there, and he's getting ready for him to come up fully out of the water to get away from
There
Goodnight,
you go.
possibly. And I'm gonna get 2 arrows ready with the bow drawn, aiming at the water.
Got it.
This is them fine.
A bonus action before I end my turn. A bonus action can say shot, so any ranged attacks made with a Kensei weapon do an extra d4.
Okay, Marvelous.
Can I get down to the edge of the water or to the top of the water? And I'll yell out to see if I can get its attention.
Interesting.
And say, "O mighty creature of the deep, you have shown your great power, and we have shown our courage to stand in front of you. I offer you this gold, and I'll have a bag with 2,000 gold to end this conflict and let us pass."
Okay. Do you drop it in?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So as when we do this, like all this essentially happens at once.
Yep.
So like as they're saying this, Mother Esme's doing her thing, Cricket's doing their thing. This all happens instantly. So Mother Esme?
All right. Can I see this thing?
No.
Would I know if looking into the ethereal plane would allow me to see it?
Really have no idea. I would say generally in your experiences of the planes, like they tend to reflect. So things that are like obscured tend to be obscured.
Okay. All right. I'm just all my spells I think require sight. I was just looking to see if I had anything, and that. And just give me 1 second because I'm having to change up everything here.
Yeah, this guy is a bastard. So
Dragons tend to be like that.
Okay. Well. Oh no. Yeah, I don't have anything. I'll I hate to say it, but I'm just gonna sit there because I got nothing. I got nothing that I can use here. Everything requires sight. Even my necklace. So yeah, I do nothing. I take the dodge action. There you go.
Do you want to move towards the other boat that's not sinking?
What other boat?
The heavier people are off of it, so I don't know. There's 2 boats.
2 boats.
Okay, so this is what I'm a little confused about. We're not in the air. We're
on the water.
Boat. This is water level. This is down 40 feet, and then he's down another 60.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is some people are in the air, some people are on top of the water, others are underneath the water. That's what you're looking at.
Okay.
And the boats are on the water level, so that's kind of.
I just. All right. What about this? Does this require sight? I don't think it does. Wait. I have something that doesn't require sight. Yeah. Okay. I am going to send a 3rd level guiding bolt.
What's the range?
120 feet.
Oh, it's just within.
Yep.
And it is a disadvantage because you can't see.
Well, I don't have to see.
Any ranged attack, if you can't see, it's a disadvantage.
Oh.
It's like a general rule.
Okay.
So you don't have to see the cast, but just if you're doing range, it's a disadvantage.
Okay. All right. That is a dirty 20.
That hits.
And 16 radiant.
Nice.
Also, doesn't that give the next person basically a straight roll?
Yeah.
Next person gets advantage, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically a straight roll.
Very good. Yeah. So in this case, it goes down and it hits, and there's like the shimmering path that something could follow.
Oh yeah.
All right. And then anything else, Esme?
No.
All right. Azak.
All right. Mother Esme behind me just shot the guiding bolt, and I see the trail that it leads to this. I guess the massive form that is glowing from the guiding bolt. Azok looks at it, digs around in his bag of holding, produces 2 potions of superior healing, raises his hand and says, "We are just travelers passing through your domain. All we want is safe passage, and we will be going on the rest of our lives. As a servant of nature who seeks balance, I just really hope you're listening to me here." And he's going to chuck the 2 potions into the water into that creature's direction.
Okay. Anything else?
And I think here. It's a bonus action. Just spend a 4th level to do Guardian of Nature, the primal form, just in case. If this doesn't work, you'll have to join Goodnight down there.
Got it. Charlie.
So, can the arcane eye still see the dragon? And
What's
so
the
my goal is to cast a spell that requires me to see the dragon.
So what does the sight limitations of Arcane Eye say?
It's You create an invisible magical eye. You mentally receive visual information from the eye, which has normal vision and dark vision out to 30 feet. It can look in every direction.
Okay, it is outside of the arcane eye currently.
Did I see it go down from the arcane eye? So if I move the arcane eye down 30 feet, now can I see it?
No.
Oh. Well, if we can't see this thing, guys, I don't know what the plan is. I use my action to move the eye. I don't have any other actions I could take. Let's hope I blink back out.
All right, you're rolling.
Yep, Charlie does not blink. Instead, she looks at you guys and says, "What's the plan?"
Okay.
That's my turn.
Good night.
Just making sure. Goodnight did hear what they said, though?
Yeah, you've been hearing things and things have been dropping down.
Oh.
Not men, though. It's not raining men.
He's going to swim down 10 feet, but stop there and just hold an attack action and wait and see what's going on.
Okay. Shauna.
I look down. I'm a little irritated. This thing is still glowing, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So instead, I'm going to, let's do it. So it would just be a straight roll if I shoot something at it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna point my finger at it again, and this time a little arrow's gonna form. I'm gonna shoot an acid arrow at it.
Got it.
That's a 14.
Oh, splashes and comes undone in the water.
Shake my head. Okay.
All right. So let's say. Okay. You hear in common, "I accept your tribute."
Thank you, great servant.
And grabs all the things that have been thrown in, and we'll go 120 feet down. So, with that, let's take our break.
Got it.
There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Belly of Tea. The winds blew hard, her bow dipped down, oh blow me bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the when she dived down low. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed, and the captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Belly of Tea. The winds blew hard, her bow dipped down, oh blow me bully boys blow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed, and the captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Belly of Tea. The winds blew hard, her bow dipped down, oh blow me bully boys blow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed, and the captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Belly of Tea. The winds blew hard, her bow dipped down, oh blow me bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed, and the captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Oh, look, exit.
There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Belly of Tea. The winds blew hard, her bow dipped down, oh blow me bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed, and the captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Belly of Tea. The winds blew hard, her bow dipped down, oh blow me bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Belly of Tea. The winds blew hard, her bow dipped down, oh blow me bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her our right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpoon and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed, and the captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Belly of Tea. The winds blew hard, her bow dipped down, oh blow me bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpoon and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed, and the captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Alrighty.
Hey, Mom.
Time to return.
Hello.
Hey, I'm back. So I don't know what that was, but that was terrifying.
And it's
Okay.
But I think Goodnight could have taken it.
we're in its habitat. We're the trespassers.
Oh my. Well, I suppose we should continue forth.
Shauna gotten out of the water yet? It's been a couple of seconds. I'm assuming we're kind of worried.
I'm on my broom.
Oh,
Oh,
right, that's right.
but people are in the water? What?
Somewhere, yeah.
Oh,
Shauna, because you went from water to air and flying, I do need another con check. Or con save, I should say. This would be without Goodnight for the moment.
Yeah, that's a natural one.
Okay, that's a level of exhaustion.
Yep.
That's
Is
the
that your second one?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so at this point, like, the water has frozen all over Shauna. Like, she's moving. There's little dead fish that have decayed within the ice.
we need to find a place to camp.
We do. Just, real.
Is there any land anywhere close to us?
We're still like 20 something miles away from land.
Yeah.
We're split up into different boats, so I don't know if the load would be easier to row if we split the party into different boats, but
I would say after only a few minutes, the damage from the serpent to the other boat is too much to succumb.
Okay.
It just didn't quite wreck it in one blow, so you all would have transferred to the other one. But
yeah,
the speed of the boat's the speed of the boat. I gave you the max speed to start, so
Okay.
you're not going to get more speed out of it. Yeah, if you would like to do another 2 hours, you may.
yeah. Goodnight took the one before. I'll take this one.
Okay.
Would we put?
Yeah.
Hold on. Would we be pushing more exhaustion?
Can we rest on the boat?
No.
I don't think we could rest on the boat.
No. We could anchor the boat. I could create a mansion, and we can sleep in there.
How are we anchored?
But if
Keep going.
How do you anchor the boat? Yeah, we're
Well, that's why I was hoping Critters didn't use all his boats, but I think he might have.
Yeah, that's the last of it. But
So our next option
kind of need
is-
it pointing over to this currently sinking boat.
Well, our next option is I create this mansion right now. In the morning, Azlak, before we leave the mansion, you do your mist form. We exit the mansion in mist form.
Sounds good.
Or we risk traveling farther in the night.
Well, I mean, if you're worried about, is it everyone that gets exhaustion, or is it just the rower gets exhaustion?
So I'd say for this, the only one who has to roll against it is the rower, not for the travel for this particular time.
Yeah, I can risk the exhaustion.
If you don't want to, I get exhaustion back on a short rest with
Yeah.
my ranger feats. Critters was he like more front. It's like I'm used to the travel.
This is to be above table. This is verging on athletics, so it's up to you.
I do have a -1 to athletics.
Yeah,
That's the only thing.
yeah. I have no problem risking the,
Alright.
the exhaustion.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's take over and make your athletics check.
Yeah.
I'll say real quick. I'll say that Azok, you got this. I believe in you. You have all the power you need to get us where we need to go. And give him bardic inspiration.
I go ahead and reach over and grab his shoulder and say, "You've got this," and give you guidance.
You guys are really good friends.
It's a D4 and a D10.
Yes.
Shauna goes, I've foreseen this, and you get a 4. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Virtually not possible, actually. Let's see. Well, okay. Cool. Give me 1 second. Doing some math. 15. Dirty 20.
Okay. So very good. Move that and go into the night. And okay, so I did the actually, because I messed up my redid my order here. So I believe the 3 people who did not do a D6 roll. I need a D6 roll.
That would have been Marvelous, Goodnight, and Azok.
Thank you.
1.
4.
6.
Okay. So pushing through. Eventually, as it gets to be in the darkest of night, your dark vision spies the rocky shores of an island. Azok?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a survival check, please.
Sure thing. That got bumped on my incarnate. So, that's on the ground. 19.
Okay. Carefully, you're able to avoid hidden rocks, and you see that there's a field of purposely sharpened and placed ones. Being very careful, you move your way through. And give me a group perception check, please, with disadvantage. If you don't have dark vision, you cannot make the check. And let me know, because your count is 0 for the group.
All right. Azok with his 120.
Does the Devil's Sight get disadvantage still?
No,
Nope.
Devil's
No.
Sight does not.
Ooh, natural 20.
Nice. Yeah, what is that? 27.
Matt, with my magical balance, since I rolled technically under a 9, could I use that for this?
It's an ability check, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I will have got a 17.
Okay.
22. I used one of my inspirations to add to mine.
Nice.
Natural 1 for 3.
The natural 20 is for 28.
Okay. In that case, as you push forward here, you can see hidden upon the shore, moving very low to the ground and carefully, there are shapes vaguely humanoid from what you can tell that are hiding among the rocks and move to be where your boat will make land.
Azok will kind of has no basis on this will work or not, but is going to start shouting in Druidic and just saying, hello, just travelers who mean no harm. Can you give us the night for rest?
Make a persuasion check. Actually, with advantage was particular.
Nicely done.
Persuasion. That is a flat 19.
Okay. You hear one voice speaking. The language they're speaking is giant. Does anyone understand immediately?
Not me.
Don't think so.
I will in 1 second, the minute I hear it.
Because it's not shouting, it's more like whispering, and there's like an argument on the shore going on, like then Shauna, you're going to
Cast tongues on myself.
yeah. Hmm. One asks in the name of the Old Ones, Gareth. We should at least not cook them without asking questions.
I will be whispering this to the group.
Nothing. Doesn't look like they're being hostile. This is a good sign.
Yeah, they want to eat us after the questions is a good sign.
Well,
because you do not need to quote always to me, Vereth. Tell them they may have a night's rest. Not right. We will wait in the shadows, Vereth, and watch. You are responsible for them. Yes. And Juridic, you then hear back. Come aboard. Come ashore. You will not be harmed.
thank you. Guys, they're giving us the night to ourselves. Just be calm. Don't do anything rash. We'll see you in the morning.
Do you believe them?
They took a moment to talk. If they do anything, I'm staying up.
Shauna, do you still have enough magic for the mansion? Just to be on the safe side?
Yes. Ooh, Charlie, have you ever stayed in a mansion in the middle of nowhere on an island?
Have I ever stayed on an island? Yes. This island? Oh no. Oh no.
Tonight you will.
How's the beach, Matt? Is it sandy?
It's all rock.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'd love to see that.
Is the person that talked to Azok still like? Does he come and see us, or is he just staying out of?
As you come ashore, as you get a little close, you feel the boat suddenly be lifted up, as it seems like a wave of rock comes underneath it and moves it to shore.
Ooh.
And you see a figure here. They seem to be dressed entirely of animal skin, from what you can tell. So there's a glint of metal underneath many of them. Welcome to Vin Margar.
Is Is it like leather hides or is it like reptilian, mammal? What kind of animals does it look like? Is it
It's a little hard to tell, but seems to be layers. You see all types. You see mammalian, you see reptilian, you see feathers.
Do we make out if they're giants, Goliaths?
We can tell the figure stands about 9 feet tall.
Goliath size.
I thank you for sparing us the night. Just looking to rest for a moment, and then hopefully by morning we will be gone.
I'm here. And seeing all of you will now speak common. I recognize you from the old ways. Where would you like to stay? I can lead you.
Hopefully something out of this bitter cold.
We can make camp, or I could take you to Cole Fielddusk.
Is he gonna eat us?
It is a place. Cities do not eat people.
I like to beg to differ.
4 walls and a roof doesn't sound too bad, right?
I'm fine with that.
How far is the city?
Only in an hour.
What's your name?
Verth.
Remember, everyone, I can't actually be around common people. So if there's children in the village or city, they might die.
Honestly, anywhere natural shelter would be fine. I feel like if we need to keep our appearance from your people a secret, that's probably for the best.
As you wish, you are welcome under my name. Come. And
Actually, good sir, what is your name?
Verth, like I told your friend.
We met a Goliath named Bareth once. It's not the same Bareth, is it?
I've never seen you.
Okay, good to know. Would you like to come to dinner tonight?
I would welcome your invitation.
Good. Mother, they might know of your mother being from these parts.
Have you seen anyone who might look similar to me?
Are you walking and talking, or?
Yep.
Okay. Very cool. So it kind of looks so to tell. And then he'll wait to answer till you get into light because he can't see what color you are or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
Because it's all gray in this. So
I feel like that won't be until we step into the mansion.
Takes you to a cave, and you see him get low and whisper to the ground. And it begins to what looks like fall, but really depress into hewn stairs. Follow. And leads you down where a large cave, 50 foot high, you see that the rocks around are all red hot, bringing a sense of warmth and humidity. You see steaming water, and it's about 90 degrees.
Toasty.
Under those springs. And you see there's dried food. And have to get down. He whispers again, and the stairs vanish and crumble to dust. We are safe here.
I guess that's time for my trick. She just like says a couple magical words. A glowing door opens. Follow me. Everyone's invited.
I'll grab a piece of dried fruit because I won't say no to a host's food. Share to whoever would like some.
No, thank you.
No,
I'll
no.
take some.
Yep. Hand over to
I'll
Esme.
take some.
Safe from what?
On everything.
Is there something dangerous here?
Many things.
Perhaps we could start with one of them.
We were hunting the Grundog. It is a eater of children. Only those who have not had the sting of desire.
You were hunting him.
Indeed.
How long have you been here?
I was born to this island.
Oh.
How did you must tell me about this hunt? Is it taking me something that eats children of this type? I mean, does it take anything special to kill? Or will any normal weapon do?
Like most things, it bleeds, but mostly, if one can conjure light, it is a bit more manageable.
Can you remind me of the name? I'm sorry I didn't write it down.
I got Verith.
Verith, yes.
Verith, when people hunt this type of thing, it's sometimes because a need's arisen, because they've lost someone. Is that your story?
It is true. The winter came quicker than expected. And as autumn comes to our people, it is a time when we let the younger ones prepare for the coming of the darkness and those that dwell within. But it ended weeks before it should have. And so the next warriors, ones that in spring would come of age. And then all of them are wiped out. Save 5 that were injured. but it does not. At least it has never allowed for ones whose blood it has tasted to live through the winter. So, we've been trying to hunt it, to save the next warriors if possible.
This creature to me sounds like it doesn't belong to the natural order of this place. Do you know at least where it hails from? Is it from another plane? Someone brought it here?
Oh, it hails from here. It sleeps beneath caverns old.
These are things you know, but you've never seen the thing.
I have seen the Gundog. At least I saw it when it took my firstborn 5 years ago.
Oh.
It snuck in. A newer guard had not put enough oil in the fires around Cole. And so it came. Coming in between the fires and lanterns. We were on the outside, as those who practice the old ways are, close to this darkness, and the only thing I heard was the silence of my cooing child. And then I looked and I ran after it. It flesh of pure black, but its eyes golden and red.
Vareth, we came here for a purpose, and I don't think our two problems are separate. We're looking for somebody who this one, you'll nod over to Esme, has a deep personal connection towards.
The Awakener.
That's right.
I do recognize you are clearly not her, but she is your daughter?
No.
Sister?
No.
Now I feel like no matter what I'm doing, I'm really deep, so could you just tell me?
I hand him some fruit.
She is my mother.
Does she seem younger for the new age?
We're tieflings.
Speaks Druidic and says she just looks really old.
Oh, what? I point to Esme.
In eyes.
Yeah, she's been through quite a lot since I've known her. Which only would have been like, I guess, a few weeks. She
Makes
means
sense.
well. This is important to her.
I have seen your mother, yes. Switches to common for that.
Where is she?
Sorry. My gosh. All right. I believe. No. He hails from Aimoga in Cold Trader.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Was that
Are those,
English?
those are villages?
Morgar.
Oh, okay.
And so when he welcomed you to the island, he said, "Welcome to Via Morgar."
Right. I remember that.
So he says they're on Imargar, so you would think a different island. And then he said the town here that he was going to take you to was called Fjordsdak. And then he says that the city she said they are in Kol Tradar, Sudasuma City.
Okay, that's the part I couldn't. Okay, gotcha. All right, I'm with you now.
All good. I switched to regular for you. So
All right. So based on where we're at right now, I know we're in the cave.
Mhm.
So we're not really too far then at this point. We're
going by the way of the Druid, you're a day's journey.
Yeah. Okay.
Though, because you did have some information, you know that as you get to the mountains, you did know that the place she's in is mountainous and high. You did learn that previously. So information you got previously was you might not be able to get all the way there with the mist because of high winds.
Mm.
But you get pretty close.
Mhm.
At this distance, certainly the best way still to do it for now.
What's your relation to Awakener?
Every season, she usually makes a trip here. And will give us weapons and defenses, potions. And then always offer an end to the cycle should we bend a knee to Kinanan.
To who?
Kinanan. He is the Lord Chief of Kol Tradar.
And he's the one who is in charge here.
He claims of all the islands, but officially only Ermogar.
Is he in the same place Awakener is?
Usually, they both call it home.
Are they involved?
There are rumors.
Is he a tiefling?
No. Yes. Though he was.
He was?
Yes.
He must have gone through the same thing I went through.
Yes.
He found. He found a giant frozen thawed him out and ate him over the course of months. And slowly became one.
Can I ask you, you've been here a long time. How long has Kinanan and Awakener been together?
I can tell you that at least for the last 10 years, I have heard of both their names. For 10 years, Awakener has come here.
And have you seen Kinanan?
Only at the last Grand Moot.
And if you were to say, if he were to look like a tiefling,
I don't know if he's your daddy.
all right. I mean, you can't blame me for being curious.
Can you picture him in your mind? And I'm going to cast silent cast, no components, detect thoughts. And then if he'll picture him in his mind willingly, I'm not trying to push for a save.
Right. I think. What do I would I? But he does because you brought it in his brain.
I brought it up.
It is.
And then I'll kiss my fingers and put it on his forehead and then draw out a minor illusion of what he's picturing so that everyone can see it.
Absolutely.
In Critter's sketchbook, you already see little cartoon, courtroom sketch versions of his story about Kinanan eating the giant and slowly becoming the giant. Is that what I got out of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Question about to that too, Matt. As I'm hearing that, I mean, does that make any sense at all to eat something it's presumed Ted or thawed and taking some of its power? Has he heard anything like that before in a druidic kind of way?
I'll let you do Arcana with Wisdom.
I mean, I'm already proficient, so can I take that? Okay, let's see that.
Right, so it should still be higher for you.
Okay.
Right, because you did Wisdom and Proficiency.
It
It should be higher than Intelligence and Proficiency, or is it?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So the image here is of a large, you so large, a man, blue, purple skin, long white hair.
When Shauna did the way back when we were still talking to Awakener, Shauna had done something where she saw Awakener, and I think it was and there was mention of another tiefling there, right? There was a male tiefling who she was working with.
Is that male tiefling I saw?
I mean, this doesn't look like a tiefling. It doesn't have horns or anything.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So, and because that was recent, this was 10 years ago, I'm assuming they're different. So I want to ask the giant here if he's seen any other tieflings about here other than myself and Awakener.
Maybe a few.
Have you ever seen this one? And Shauna's got a minor illusion. The one that she saw talking to the Awakener.
Looks. I'm sorry, no.
16 on that Arcana.
Okay. The idea of devouring something and taking its power or energy is not unknown in Druid practice. It's actually rumored that some Druids early on obtained wild shape this way. They'd have to feast upon something to change into it. Then it is assumed that the practice, those who achieved it were able to teach it without it eventually. So it would follow general druidic spell thought in
Okay.
theory.
Yeah, I'll relay that to everybody on just how crazy that was to me.
Shana,
Yes, Mother.
do you know that trippy spell you and I sometimes do?
Yes. Which one? Oh, yes, that one.
I don't have it prepared right now. Do you?
I do. I was also going to would you like me to maybe try to take a look on either this person or your mother?
I mean, obviously I would, but I want to know more about this Kinanon. I want to know if he's the one who's behind everything.
Alright, well, give me an hour.
Unless you think it's best to take a peek at them.
I think we should learn as much as we can about him, and then take a peek on him.
Okay.
This is going to take an hour. Azog's going to step out and go in one of those hot springs.
Now, a hot spring sounds delightful.
Yeah, no, Azog will like go down to his bears and just sit here. You could see his weird bone spine that's growing out of his back right now. Just kind of the source of how hunched over he is a little bit, and just sits and loosens up for the first time. Oh, I needed that.
Charlie will change her dress of many fashions into a dress of many bikinis. A one piece. There's family, and we'll sit in the hot tub. Sorry, hot springs with you.
You don't get this often.
Since that's an hour, good night out of curiosity would just like to ask the new friend if what rumors have he heard of the Awakener? Good, bad, or otherwise?
That she makes deals. I would say. Mostly that I don't know so much rumors, but what I know of her is she just comes, gives as part of the tribute, and then offers to stop our way of life in exchange for fealty. And I guess, It is said that she goes to the clouds.
What's there up in the clouds? Actually, I'm not here. Never mind.
We could just say we went to the hot tub after the conversation.
Fair.
Is there any news on what she does in the clouds?
No.
Shauna looks up at that statement and goes, "When you say it goes to the clouds, do you mean like climbs above the cloud line, or do you mean she actually goes into the clouds? Because I've been on a structure before that makes its own clouds."
The way it is said, it seems that she spent some time there, so probably that. But
This is Vasselheim. There's multiple. Oh.
Oh.
Wait.
I mean,
Wait.
this is just very hypothetical, but you all remember the floating thing above my keep, right?
How can we not?
Yes. Supposedly, I guess there could have been multiple ones out there. One fell into the Shattered Teeth. One's above my keep. What if she has one, or Kenan and her managed to find one?
I think we know where to look then.
Can I make a roll? Because I don't know if Critters would know enough to ask a question that I would know from playing with Josh earlier with a different character. Like the control mechanics of it, well, with the book.
Ah.
There are multiple books out there, little critters.
Doesn't your book like tell you stuff like that, or?
You know, when my friend Zarm talked to his book, I just thought that was very weird. I don't know. Normally you're supposed to read books. I can try to ask, I guess. Mr. Book! I know we haven't talked, really.
You're talking.
Are you there?
Okay.
I think at this point we're like, okay, maybe we should step off and go to the spa. Now they're just talking in the air.
So, oh, do I exist now?
I feel so rude. Shauna just gets really blushy and goes, yes, you actually existed. You never said hi either, okay? It was very stressful when I found you.
Oh yes, stressful erases the identities of other people that you respect. No, it doesn't. What is that though? How you feel about me? Oh, I know.
Whoa.
Right.
Curtis, what would you like to know from my book? Has an attitude right now with me.
I mean, would it know if there's other similar structures it's nearby?
Can you sense those type of structures, book?
Oh, let me reach out. No, I'm a book.
Oh, it's book.
Listen, headmistress, since you bothered to say something to me, I am here to inform you that the university is being rebuilt in expectation of a great expedition.
By who?
those who have received headmaster and headmistress positions. Sorry, those who have taken headmistress, headmaster positions. There is not a branch or tower anywhere nearby currently, though there does seem to be solidified cloud.
Do you know the other names of the headmaster and headmistresses by chance? If I was to mention a couple.
They have not written their names in me because you have me.
Okay, I just didn't know if you have like a sharing experience. Like my friend Zarm has his book. I don't know if you knew Zarm because he written his book. I don't know if you guys like talk like that. I mean,
no.
Cloud sharing's not allowed.
Maybe I could create a book
Oh.
sending spell where you can send other messages to other of your books. You guys can
I'm
talk.
just aware that they're trying to that the mantle of your tower is trying to be reclaimed, and my commissioning is trying to be undone.
Good to know. Good to know. Thank you. What is your name, by the way?
You don't even know his name?
Wow! Yeah,
You own the book.
you never gave me one, nor did the previous owners.
What would your name like to be? I don't like naming things.
Really?
Let's go with Sid.
Nice to meet you, Sid. I am Shauna Anawana.
Yes, you told me your name before. You wrote your name in me. I'm aware.
Yes. Yes, yes. She closes the book. Yes. Go to sleep. Takes the book away. News. There is this, so those towers I told you about create cloud effect and create their own clouds. He says he doesn't sense the tower close nearby, but there is people somehow starting their own hierarchy in the new system of the academy, and that he could sense some of the cloud stuff, which could lead me to the proposition that there could be definitely a tower near, and your mother and Kanan might have access to it.
Did he say something about solidified cloud?
Yes, that's what the towers make. They make their own cloud.
Oh.
Mine used to do that.
The first time we've seen druids and wizards acting together. This isn't too big a coincidence.
Whenever I think of like clouds and people living on clouds, I think of cloud giants.
Maybe that's what he ate.
He said that they can fly.
Have any
How
of
about
you
we
fought
find out?
giants before?
Yes. That's actually how I met you, and she kind of indicates Ozzy and gives him a pat on the head.
Forgot about him.
Yeah, Ozzy's been with us ever since.
Wow.
I've encountered quite many giants. Not all of them are friendly.
We got tips and tricks because that's where we're going.
Run. Don't anger them, because they tend to attack villages, and they'll decimate them. And sometimes, yes, just don't anger giants. They live together in tribes normally, or big cities like the one we kind of pissed off and stole the hammer that Goodnight carries around with him.
I mean, to be fair, it was really Fancy Pants who kind of alerted them to our presence, and
We
That
could
was
have got
all.
it, yeah, right. But
You can't blame me for that one.
No, that's a totally all of us thing, but yes, they tend to live together in communities and they don't forget things.
I wonder whatever happened to Fancy Pants.
Oh, he was in that city that we saved that Fey Queenie Mobobber in. / Rowan.
The fake queen? What?
Or that where we were where you sent us to yeah. I
Yeah,
think I
Siri.
got that right.
Oh, in Western. Okay. I was
She
like,
is
what?
a
Well,
queen in her.
but while I was fighting that guy that decided to run away from me, apparently the rest of their group was going and they made a deal with Mr. Fancy Pants and he ran away before I could catch up with him. It seems like he doesn't want to quite fight me.
Mr. Fancy Pants has a name, right?
That's his name.
Oh, his government name is Mr. Fancy Pants.
Chris will repeat what he said as he like mimics his voice. He said, "You can call me the well-dressed, Mr. Well-dressed."
Yeah.
Oh,
He's a devil. He's not going to actually give us his name. So
you haven't even. It's the first you're saying devil.
We've only known you for like 3 weeks, Azak. You have to ask more questions.
What? Who haven't? I looked to our druid friend here. Like, hang on a second. What haven't you told me? What haven't you pissed off?
The better question is just to say probably not much.
Whoa.
But
genuinely, whoa. Okay.
If there is things we haven't, just give it time.
Right. Well, fiends aside, from continents away, we're dealing with some giants and a man who is eating a frozen corpse of a giant to become more giant. How do you guys want to do this?
First I have a question. Since that cloud's in the sky, do titans go up in the sky? Like, are their heads above, like, cloud level?
Depends on the Titan.
Alright. Pardon me, good sir. Do you know of any titans that may be around this area?
Yeah, I mean my cousin. No, I don't. No, there's a there's one below that is said they will awaken.
Vareth, my friends here, I think they're going to be interested in going to that place on the cloud. Is there a path that would get us there safely?
No, but...
Or undetected?
I don't know of any way up. Though you all seem like you're in, let's just say you're in it. So
pretty much.
I was going to give you, Luxette, Azak, an appreciation of the old ways. Your choice, actually. And he holds out this 2 figurines. One is made of this blue stone called kyanite. The other of pyrite. Kyanite one looks like a winged creature. pyrite has fins and a long body, almost serpent-like.
He's gonna look at the serpent one and take that as a sign of the fight we just had. So he's gonna point at that little guy.
This one will help water travel. This one I've used to fly. The serpent one for water goes, if this, I will give this to you as a symbol of our ways. If it is the one you wish.
Above table, guys. I mean, we've just our luck with water today wasn't great.
And we are out of boats.
We are out of boats.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. We'll reach his hand out and grab that one with the long body.
All right. Then you can add pyrite plesiosaurus.
Plesiosaurus.
It is
Leopolrodon. Leopolrodon's not going to show us the way.
the other one was the kyanite pterodon.
Ooh.
Look at the pyrite plesiosaurus.
Oh, that's so cool.
Before we do anything, though, we were going to do a little investigation on this Kinanan.
I will say, once the sky warms, your safety is no longer granted. But even after, I would say on the surface, so long as you do not leave the cave, it lasts to the next moonrise. Unless terms are negotiated.
I mean, they got a monster problem. Think we can throw them a bone? Take care of it?
I feel like this might be a detour.
Just for a small little bit.
The GM is not trying to make anything happen. I'm just, this is what is happening.
Yeah. I mean, it's all up to you guys. Above table, it's all to you guys what you want to learn more about. Because I feel like if they'd have it, we can do them a small favor here.
Do you need help hunting the Grindelwald? I think is what it was called.
We'd appreciate it. I'm sure. In fact, such a thing, if you were to undertake it and achieve, we could extend. In fact, I know we would extend tribalship, which would grant you for all of our islands. All tribes would at least recognize you as not food. How they feel about us would be how they feel about you. On the island in which you say you are going, it would allow you to pass without official hostility.
Charlie will look over to Mother Esme.
Above table, if you accept this, I will try to. I will try to keep it one session, max 2.
See, the reason why I brought it up is because the last session I did an investigation on the children, and I felt like there was a push to not do that. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, from the other people from your party?
No. I think it was actually you, Matt.
I'm not. Oh, that then because of where it would take, right? Because that was a deeper hole.
Okay.
I don't care. Whatever you do, I'm just kind of saying what it is. What I just was trying to say is above table. It won't be whatever you want to do.
This is not long. This is
Right.
This is a story beat along the same
Yeah,
path.
I think the other thing with the children, I was kind of going. That's an arc.
Yeah,
I think is what I was trying to communicate. And
This is us choosing: do we want to be hostile there, or do we want to be welcomed by the native people of that
Right.
island?
and my honest appraisal, I would think one session, but because I think one, I know it won't be more than 2, right? So it's up to you. I mean, there's just options. You could also fly over the island. I mean, it's whatever.
I mean, Mother Esme, I do feel like we should help the children here. But again, we're here to find your mother and solve this, so...
It's something to just sleep on.
Then I say it's time we do our legend lore.
All right. So who are we legend loring?
Kananan. Charlie, you have to come watch this.
Oh, it sounds fascinating.
It's really trippy.
Yeah, it takes an hour.
No, that was just me getting my spells back to do another spell.
Oh, okay. Charlie would love to cast Detect Thoughts and experience the whole thing with them.
Very cool. Okay.
I'll create the telepathic bond also if anyone else wants to join.
Good night would, since he's still skeptical.
As you push out the ivory sticks, you find yourself looking down as if clouds yourselves. You see a young man, tiefling, horns that stick straight, almost vertical, though slightly askew. And you see him in furs with spear, fighting even as young, maybe 11. Monsters of scale and tooth. Creatures that seem to be made up of cloud and sinew at once. on islands that look similar to this area. And you see him sailing ships lovingly crafted and decorated with trophies and depictions of triumph. And you see him sail to many great victories and losses. He sails with a fleet of 20, then is quickly retreating from an island where ships burn in the sea, and his dead crew weigh his ship down as he plops them over and sails by himself. And then he spots a horn in the ocean, black like obsidian, and pulls onto his boat a blue tiefling woman. And though much younger, it is your mother. Esme. Shows pain and even disagreement at times, separation and a reuniting of these two through battles and quests. And finally, when both have aged, a reuniting. And together, they unearth an enormous corpse. It is Awakener who prepares the body, as Kahneman devours and grows, seemingly 30 feet tall. But resumes his tiefling form to work with and be with his love. You see them together, crafting collars of all types, different specifications. Some are put off on ships, others are picked up by great beasts that seem to be made out of constellations and stars in the universe itself. Others are magicked away through teleportation. And you see Awakener receiving messages, sendings from Esme. And after many, she runs and finds Kahneman, who holds her. And together they cry. And Legend Laura fades. We're in the mansion once more.
Esme?
Yes.
How does that make you all feel?
Good. Made me feel good.
Does that mean you have a dad?
Well, I've always assumed, but I don't know if. I mean, possibly.
Why would they give you away, though?
Perhaps to protect me?
I feel like those answers, you're going to have to wait until we see them. They're not that far.
So. This beast.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
If, and I do say if, we were to help in your beast problem, would you help us in saving my mother and possibly father? I don't know how that goes yet.
He looks. I don't know what you mean, what they need saving from.
I mean, would you at least guarantee me that you would not take action against them?
Indeed, in fact, if you would help us with this, I can only speak for myself, but I will accompany you if you desire and help. But in fact, I will not take any action against them for what it would do to my tribe. If you wish to do anything to them or against their will, you would have to be on your own. But help you in every way I can, I will.
I think I speak for everyone when I say we don't want to take action against them, right, everyone?
She's your mother, Esme. We'll follow your lead.
Well,
is everyone else just silent?
I mean,
Esme, I might be lost, but she didn't look like a captive to me.
There's always more to the story, Charlie. And she is a good person who needs our help.
Okay.
You do all believe that, right?
Mother, I've been on this journey with you from the beginning. I told you I'd help you get and find her and reunite you two.
Good.
All I've heard about Restore is of her possibly making collars for beasts, so my perception of the matter is a bit skewed, but I'm not going to act on anything until Mother Esme says something about it.
But I believe in you, Esme, so I'll follow you.
I'll also follow you, Esme. Just know, just because she did birth you does not make her truly the one who you should be calling mother. It's the one that puts in the effort.
Everyone deserves to see their mother, Esme. And to know them. So I am happy to support you.
Glad to hear it. I've been looking forward to this my entire life. I don't want to think about what would happen if... Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, tut-tut, you're gonna be fine. I'm sure she's lovely.
So should we help with this beast?
I think in the morning we should help him find it.
It'll do the silent good.
It's been a while since we've been on a hunt, and even though we're in the Slayer's take.
It's been quite a while since you've been on a hunt. Yes, that's very true.
We might be a little rusty, but I think we can pull off a hunt like this. I've never gone out and actively hunted a monster before, though. So this is...
Oh, I was like, you're gonna love it. We will take all the body parts from them and everything we use. Like,
I mean, I've seen it in action. We did a dragon battle already.
You have to replace Dewdrop.
I have to replace Dewdrop
Yeah,
to do
he
what?
left. He was part of our person that got in there, right, Critters? Remember? Got his hands dirty.
Oh, I mean, look at me. You think I'm afraid of getting dirty?
Nope, you're replacing him. Perfect.
I'm got a copy of that manual or something.
Well, everyone, have a great night. And she kind of starts making her way away, talking like under her breath, like practicing saying mom and dad. It's very weird.
He's going to... Goodnight's going to talk telepathically and says to everyone except Esme, as long as Shanna still has the bond up, and just say, does anyone else have a feeling this is going to end very, very badly?
Oh, hell yeah. That woman is terribly evil. There's no way we get through this with her alive. But don't tell Esme that.
I think Shauna hears that and goes, and just runs after Esme and goes, that's my best friend! Of course not! I won't say anything, but we can't think like that. Good night.
My question is, what was she doing in that water?
All right. With that, we will end for tonight.
Is it really a villain arc?
was watching, everyone. Was watching. Thank you so much, and we will come back next week. You have a good one.
Bye bye.